guys, today I'll be doing my reading story tag, and this was created by Books Overlooks, and I was tagged by Sierra at Sierra Jeff. So let's just get started. In this tag, you basically have to do what it says, the title. You have to say your reading story. I remember when I was like 4 years old and my brother was just starting to read, and I got really jealous, and I remember that my mom said, don't worry, you're gonna learn to read really well in kindergarten. And I just got so excited that I remember when I was 6 years old and it was my first day of kindergarten, I went into the classroom and I went home crying for my first day because I thought you were supposed to read on the first day, and my mom explained to me that I would learn how to read through the ear, and I stopped crying after that, but I got really upset. After I learned how to read, I did not read much. I mean, my parents made me and my brother read 1 hour per day, and it was not bad because me and my brother both like to read, but I did not read a lot or constantly. But I remember that in December 2006, I went to live in the United States, North Carolina, and I was kind of scared to go because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how to speak English, so I was very scared. But when I got there, after I learned how to speak English, I started reading books like Captain Underpants, which was really good. I read the Good of Joy series by Jennifer Allison. I read the first 2 books in that series. I read Chasing Vermeer, the King Chronicles, and I remember reading Edgar Allan, and I really enjoyed all those books. I remember reading them, and that's when my love for books really started. Then I remember going to the library of my school and picking up Matilda by Roald Dahl, and I remember reading that book so fast. I read this in like 2 days, and when I finished reading it, I went back and read it again. Then in July 2008, I came back to Brazil to live here again, and I did not read a lot actually. I couldn't find a book that would keep my interest, and then after a while I went to class and there was this boy in my class and he was reading a book, and I was like,
what are you reading there?
He was like,
oh, it's Percy Jackson, a very good book. It has mythology, it has a blah blah blah.
And I became really interested in it, so I just bought the book and I read it, and I absolutely loved it, of course. So I remember flying through that series, and after I finished The Last Olympian, I got really upset until I learned that Rick Riordan was coming out with the King Chronicles and the Heroes of Olympus series. So I read the King Chronicles, the first book, The Red Pyramid, and then The Lost Hero came out, and I read that. I remember after I finished reading The Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan, which is the second book in the Heroes of Olympus series, I thought,
does YouTube have a video about that?
So I went to YouTube and I typed The Heroes of Olympus, Son of Neptune, and what popped out was Cass J. Tuck's review of The Son of Neptune. And I remember that I got really interested in the video because it was just so fun, she was so funny, and I discovered the booktubing world. And after discovering booktubia, I made my first video on April 2012. I made a book review of The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I remember that I did not like my video, so I actually deleted it, and I never made a video again. And then in August 2012, I went to the Strand bookstore in New York City, and I was so excited to get there. The books were so cheap, so many books, that I ended up buying 15 books. I actually had to bring a suitcase full of books from the United States to Brazil. And I remember when I came home, I just looked at my books, and I looked at my new MacBook, and I was like, oh
my god, I'm gonna do a book haul.
I filmed a book haul, posted it on YouTube, and I got really good feedback from you guys, and I just saw, well, I'm gonna keep doing this forever. And after I did those videos, I saw that you guys started commenting, recommending books for me, and I got really interested in those books, and I got kind of addicted to buying books, but it's okay, because it's my collection, I make it bigger, I do not regret anything. It's so good, I buy books, I spend my allowance on them, but it's okay, because I'm investing on something that I love, and I will always love. So thank you guys for recommending books to me, for making me read more. So guys, that is my video, I hope you enjoy. For watching guys, and I'll see you next time.